Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright, we are from the group 5 and in this video we would like to present about the theory dan klasifikasi film. For the first is my name is Amela Rosa and I'm as a moderator and my friends are Indah Yuwanda and Nurul Wahida Rinjani. Alright, the first slide is definition of film. According to the Big Indonesian Dictionary, film can be interpreted in two senses. Film is a thin film made of cellulite for negative image, or which will be made portraits, or for positive image, which will be played in the theaters and television. Secondly, film is defined as a play or story of live pictures. The definition of film according to the law of Republic of Indonesia number 8 of 1992 is an artistic and cultural creation which has a visual art, mass communication media based on the principle of the cinematography, and it is recorded using celluloid tape, videotape, video disc, or other technologically inventive materials in any shape, type, and size through chemical processes, electronic processes, or other processes, with or without sound, which can be displayed with mechanical, electronic, and other projection system. Alright, film classification. Number 1, by movie type. A story movies or fiction. Story films are films made based on the stories written or played by actors or actresses. Generally, story films are summarical in nature. And non-story films are non-fiction. A film that takes reality as it is subject. Non-fiction films are divided into two categories, namely, first is factual film, which displays the facts or existing facts, where the camera simply records an event. Now, factual films are known as news, emphasize on the reporting side of actual event. And second, documentary film is documentation in the form of a film about a historical event or an aspect of our and culture that has a special meaning, so that it can be a tool of information and educational tool. A film documentary is non-fiction film which is true stories and authentic evidence of events that have ever happens in real life. Alright, next slide will be presented by Indah Yuwanda.
The continue of film classification. Number 2, by filmmaking method. There are 2 by filmmaking method. Number 1, experimental films. Experimental film are film made without referring to the usual filmmaking rules. The goal is to experiment and find new ways of pronouncing it. Number 2, animated films. Animated film are film made by utilizing pictures, paintings, and other inanimate objects, such as a doll, table, and chair, which are usually brought to life by using animation techniques. Okay, next, number 3, by movie theme or genre as follow. A, romance or drama. Many romantic films were made throughout film history at the end of the 20th century. This is popular because romantic films write everyday stories but are sometimes stuck in which elements of love that is loved by many people. B, action. Film which the theme of action and tell about the struggle of life with the main ingredient of each character expertise to survive the fight until the end of the story. The key to the success of this film genre is the director skill in presenting combat action in a fictitious and detailed way as if the audience felt the tension and occurrence. C, comedy or humor. The best genre to relieve fatigue is a film that relies on the humor as the main presentation factor. This type of the genre is classified as the most liked and reaches all age among people audience, but it's one of the most difficult film in its presentation. If you are not aware of the comedy that is offered you can get up in the humor impresses by forcing the audience to laugh with made-up humors. Number D, horror. This genre has become one of the audience favorite because it offers a sensation of horror that other genres don't have. Since the emergence of cinema, many filmmakers have photographed scary events and some of them have become films.
And next slide will be presented by Nurul Wahida Rinjani.
Okay, next slide, number 3, film forming elements. A. Narrative elements. Narrative elements relate to aspect of the story or the theme of the film. In this case, elements such as character, problem, conflict, location, time are the elements. They interact with each other to make a relationship even that have a purpose and are bound by a rule, namely the law of causality. And B. Cinematic elements. Cinematic elements are technical aspects in the production of a film, consist of 1. Mice and scenes which has 4 main elements, setting or background, lighting, costumes, and makeup. 2. Cinematography. 3. Editing, namely the transition of an image shot to another image. And 4. Sound, which is everything in the film that we can catch through the sense of hearing. Okay, next slide. Number 4, film structure. A. Shoot. A shoot is a consecutive series of pictures that constitutes a unit of action in a film, a part of a very long series of pictures that are only recorded in one take. Technically, a shoot is when the cameraman. B. Scene. A scene is a short segment of the whole story that shows a continuous action bound by space, time, content or story, theme, character, or motive. One scene generally consists of several interconnected shots. And C. Sequences. Sequence is a large segment that shows a complete event. One sequence generally consists of several interconnected scenes. I think that's all. Back to moderator.
Alright, that's all about our presentation. We say sorry if there are any mistakes. And last we say thank you. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.